If you're doing lead gen for realtors as an agency, or you're a realtor yourself trying to generate leads off of Facebook, we just changed the game. We've been running a campaign lately for a realtor only spending $15 a day, and by plugging in outbound voice AI agents into those leads, we're actually booking calls every day, or at most every other day, meaning $15 to $30 booked calls with people. In fact, over the last 9 days, we've booked 10 calls, and 4 of those are already ready to go out and look at homes.
Hello, this is Marissa. Am I speaking with Floor?
Yeah.
Hi, Floor. I'm Marissa, a virtual assistant calling on behalf of Sally from Oakwyn Realty. You recently opted in to get a free list of homes coming on the market in the Greater Vancouver area due to foreclosure. Is this a good time for a quick chat?
I can't explain to you the ROI potential that this type of a campaign has. And I just sat down in our group to go through the entire thing, the ad we're using, the voice AI system we're using, how to plug it all in, and actually train them on how to do it. And I wanted to bring it to you guys too. So without further ado, this is end-to-end exactly how we are generating endless qualified booked appointments for realtors by leveraging voice AI. Let's hop over, watch it so that you can get shit done. Today, what I'm going to talk about is real estate specifically, okay? Because we launched one about a week and a half ago with a real estate agent, connected a simple standard scheduler bot, and are booking super, super cheap, affordable leads in there. Okay, what does that mean? Right now, it was meaning about $15 a call. Now it's about 30 to 50 type of thing, dollars per call, which is fantastic. Okay, and already all of them are like, she's had most of them show up. She's been able to actually get 3 of them showing homes to, and they live in Vancouver. We're near me, and if there's one thing I know about Vancouver, it's that those commission checks are big because everything sells for $1 million plus out here, even if it's just a shed that burned down.
500 square foot apartment.
Yeah, exactly. So the ROI on that, right, in that niche is amazing. So let's go over here and I'll kind of show you what I mean, right? So if I scroll over to here, you'll see right here, right? This is what it is at the moment. All right, so over here, you see these leads, right? Booked calls almost daily. You go through a dry spell here or there of 4 or 5 days. You go through a dry spell right now, but some days you get 2 or 3 booked that day. Some days you don't. And again, remind yourself, this is a $10 to $15 a day budget, depending on which day it is, okay? So you're talking about, you know, for 10 days, $100, and you've booked however many of these calls in 10 days. It's incredible, right? We go through a couple dry spells and that's okay. What this is a combination. So this, for everybody out there, again, leveraging voice AI plus simple ads. And I'm going to literally show you the ads. These are ads we have inside of the GSD program, right? In here, a whole category on real estate ads and other niches, right? And this is one of them. This is one of the simple ads. It's literally the ad right here. Foreclosure campaign. This can generate ridiculously cheap leads. And as long as you train the realtor on how to switch up from foreclosure to others. One simple line. Hey, are you only interested in foreclosures, or are you interested in any good deal? Are you interested in anything that could fit your budget? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say the good deal thing. They just like the name. They like the word foreclosure. Like, okay, that's going to be a really good deal. But the strategy has always been, and we've run this for years, we who have done, you know, thousands and thousands of campaigns for thousands of agencies. That is not an over hyperbolic way of saying that. It's just the truth. Through 20 years, this has been one of our main niches, and this stuff works. So you do a simple ad like this, right, where they're trying to get a list. They're trying to see some good deals. They want to see some stuff in Vancouver that does that. All it is name, email, phone number. Then what we're doing is we're taking this and we're going in and we're creating a simple what we call initiate contact sequence. What does that mean? It means we're trying to initiate contact. It means the Facebook lead form is submitted. We're adding a tag. We're doing all the normal stuff. And then we're getting to it. Number one, a text message that goes out basically just says, this is the assistant. We just wanted to make sure we have the right person here. Okay. Hey, is this Cody? Is this Sean? Is this Corey? Is this Don? Is this the guy that opted into this thing? Why do we do this specifically? I like to do this for one core reason. We have a few of these intros that we cycle through, but the one real good reason I like to do this is because if you answer yes to this, you're going to have a real hard time telling me you don't remember filling out a form, that you weren't the one that did it, blah, blah, blah. All the common bullshit you will get off of lead forms, because that's what people do. So you can't do that because you just said, yes, I did it, and it sends it right away, which is the big point there, right? Right away, immediately, and go from there. Then we're implementing voice AI every step of the way. And these meetings specifically are just the ones being booked from the voice AI specifically. Okay. There are actually a few other meetings that have gotten booked through the texts and through just putting the calendar out there. These are just the ones that Ava and Thinker are calling out to and booking, which is really cool. And we're using dynamic outbound caller. I'm labeling it. And then we're basically just, it's really simple, guys. And this is what I like to say all the time. All the things that Thinker has done is make it easy. So all the prompting and everything's on the back end. I think to myself, what is my goal? Okay. My goal here is one simple thing. That goal is to book appointments, as many appointments as possible. Right now, because we're in the early stages of the campaign, I don't even care about qualifying them. I just want to see what kind of people we're talking to with this campaign. Does it have any kind of legs under it? Does it get any kind of right people? But what does that mean? It means I tell the realtor, and I said, I'm going to open the floodgates. We're going to get as many conversations as we can. We're going to have those conversations, and then we adjust from there. Because what some people will get stuck in doing as marketers is they listen to the client, which is like the cardinal rule of you're about to lose that client, you're about to get fired. Once they start taking over, you might as well just quit, because the whole reason they came to you in the first place is because they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not doing this. They haven't been able to do it. So why would we think that whatever it is that they want is going to work? Right. And I've had this conversation a lot. They come to us to be authority. They come to us to help them. Are we going to listen to them? Are we going to converse with them? Yes. But if we have campaigns that simply work and strategies that absolutely crush, I'm not going to let them completely rewrite the ad, change the offer, and tell me what they should put in the market, because then that's just setting yourself up for failure, right? And so that's where this comes in. Very simple, very good. So am I speaking with this? I'm a virtual assistant calling on behalf of Sally. You recently opted in to get a free list of homes coming on the market in the greater Vancouver area due to foreclosure. This is a direct reference point to exactly what they just asked for. You just asked us to give you this. Cool. Perfect. Good. I would like to actually give it to you. That's all. Is now a good time to chat about that? Yes. Here's the stuff you're from. You customize. So what's the reason for the appointment? To customize the list exactly so that you get exactly the type of property you're looking for. Proposition is it's just going to take 5 minutes, and she's going to set you up the list of homes in the Vancouver area that match exactly what you're looking for. That's it. Right. And you can see over here, it's actually, you know what? Screw looking at it and reading it. This is voice. Let's listen to it instead.
Hello, this is Marissa. Am I speaking with Maxwell?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Maxwell. I'm Marissa, a virtual assistant calling on behalf of Sally from Oakwyn Realty. You recently opted in to get a free list of homes. Hello, this is Marissa. Am I speaking with Floor?
Yeah.
Hi, Floor. I'm Marissa, a virtual assistant calling on behalf of Sally from Oakwyn Realty. You recently opted in to get a free list of homes coming on the market in the greater Vancouver area due to foreclosure. Is this a good time for a quick chat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. I'm calling to book a time for you and Sally to meet. The purpose of the meeting is to customize the list of homes so you see exactly what type of property you're looking for. It will only take about 5 minutes to set up a custom list of homes in the Vancouver area that match your preferences. May I go ahead and book that meeting for you?
Not right now.
I understand, Floor. Would it be better if I followed up with you at another time, or would you like to suggest a day that works better for you?
Yeah. Maybe Wednesday?
Got it, Floor. Let me check Sally's availability for Wednesday. Please give me a moment. Looking at Wednesday's schedule, I see an opening at 10 a.m., or if you prefer, there's also a slot at 2 p.m. Which time works better for you?
10 a.m. could do.
Perfect. I'll book the 10 a.m. slot for you on Wednesday. This will be a virtual video call. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Excellent. I've scheduled your 15-minute appointment for Wednesday at 10 a.m. You'll receive an email confirmation shortly with all the details. Is there anything else you'd like me to note for the meeting?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, Floor. Sally looks forward to meeting with you.
So you can see, like, even though she said no at one point, she still ended up getting booked, right? It's basically like, no, not right now. And it was like, okay, well, not now, but what about later, right? And it got it booked. And just keeping it simple, keeping it to the point. And why does this work, right? It's because it's a good offer that they want. And this is just trying to get them quickly into that offer, right? And so the other reason this is working too is not just because of that, but it's because we're doing it once, then again the next day. Actually, I think this one might even be close. Yeah, do this again the next hour. So we call them a couple times, same day. Right, a couple times, same day. Then we do every day for the next like 5 days or so and hit them like a salesperson would, right? If I had a sales rep, or an appointment setter, and they only called them once that first time when the lead didn't pick up and then said, that's my job, that's done, I'd fire their ass, right? When I had a whole team of ISAs doing this in Mexico, they were literally paid to hit them twice a day, every day for 5 days. And then they would go into what we call long-term nurture, which is you go through all the first 5-day priority newer leads first. And then when you still got time, then you hammer those other ones again, right? You do it until they tell you no, or they tell you yes, because otherwise not calling them and not contacting them is just as good as of a no. And you've wasted your money on that lead. You've wasted your time on generating that opportunity. You're just throwing it out the window, right? And so these have to be designed to do this. Now, there's a couple of things here you're looking at, right? We're segmenting them out by saying, do they reply via text? And then the other part of this is we create a workflow that looks like this, that basically says if Ava completes a call, so if Thinker completes a call or it books the meeting, we remove it from those sequences so that it doesn't keep calling them every day after the meeting's booked, right? So that if they reply to the text, it allows us to take over. If they book the call or have the call and tell us to screw up, it removes them from the sequences as well, right? And so in this way, now, again, you can see all that is one simple ad, one simple, what we call a hunting initiate contact workflow to get them out there, and then having a voice AI system that follows up and does it, and it can lead to this kind of a thing for your clients, right? And so this is for real estate, and we have dozens of different campaign types specifically for buyers, this type of thing for foreclosures, but you do it just on a median home price or a foreclosure list or any of those types of angles. It also works for stuff like seller leads, where we have motivated seller leads, right? Where they're actually needing to solve a problem right now. That's usually foreclosure, divorce, moving, all this shitty stuff in life, but that's what it is. Those people tend to want to sell now, and getting those calls booked becomes easier. This can spread across other niches too, guys. And this is what I want you to see, right? We have a few avenues as a voice AI agency that we're doing. And this doesn't mean that we're going to stop doing Facebook ads. It means now we have the tools to make all the other stuff we were doing as marketers before really work a lot better and drag these opportunities a lot closer to the finish line for our clients. And those opportunities come from organic traffic where they're getting calls all day long already from places like Google and Google My Business. It comes from old databases that they have that they're not talking to. That means let's do DBRs. That means let's do survey calls. Let's do reactivation calls and texts to them. It comes from traffic that you can generate as a marketer, right? And anybody inside the inner circle, the partner programs, that kind of stuff, you guys have access to endless ads that just work, right? And then every time we find a new one, we get a new student who is nice enough to do it, or we're working with a new client, we put that industry in there, and they're plug and play. And we have everything from every home service company you can think of, real estate companies, med spa companies, agencies, coaches, everything, lawyers, all that stuff, right? And for a reference point, we just gave Gabby a campaign that prints lawyer leads all day long. Yep, Cooper's coming in hot. From Corey. And once we get that all locked in, you can thank him for that, right? That's the whole point of this. Rising tide lifts all boats. As we do these things, we always share them. And anybody that's been in the GSD long enough knows that as we succeed in new avenues, we always share it with the rest of the community with all that stuff. And that's kind of the point. Otherwise, what are we doing here? So hopefully that was helpful. I'll do more of these niche specific things, right? For different things like Facebook and lead gen with opt-ins, like follow-ups, like unique use cases we've done with Thinker, all of which have made us money, all of which our clients are leveraging to sell. If that's something you guys, was that helpful? Is that something you guys like seeing every night? It won't be every week. We'll maybe do one of these like every other week just to go through like a sequence to give us other space too. But yes, thumbs up. Cool, guys. All right, let's do some Q&A. Who has more questions? I've got answers. We can talk. We can do some stuff. That was helpful though, guys. You guys good with that niche specific stuff? Cool. All right, good. And if you guys have requests or anything like that for what specific niches and stuff you might want to do or whatever, you can always drop it in the chat and do it that way, and we can discuss it. Okay. Cool. Go ahead, Sean.
Just a question again about the sales trainer. Now they have their own website, but you'd want to have it off and have access. Would I put that on a GHL landing page? Where would I host it if he didn't take everything else?
Well, so if I were you, because it kind of sounds like you're going to do this more than once, because I've heard you a couple of times. I would make a templated landing page that you could replicate for new clients and just put it on that. Just something simple that looks good, right? That you just put it on and it just works that way.
Where do I host it? Through GHL?
If you're hosting it yourself, this comes down to like, if you want it to book appointments and stuff, they need to have at least a bare bones like sub account or something.
It's not booking appointments. All it is sales trainer.
Right. So then you could host it on your own, you could host it inside your own GHL. But it needs a domain, right, to actually function. So you'll have to either buy domains for them or have one domain and just make it a gray label thing like salestrainersareawesome.com or something.
And give them their own access to just that.
They have their own domain and it's just that page or whatever. There's a few avenues to do it that way if you don't want to do the whole thing with them. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If it comes to it, well, reach out and we'll see what we can do.
Have a site that they want to host it on, you can do that. That's fine. Like it can live on another site. You just got to have the URL.
Thank you so much for spending the time to watch that amazing training. Like I mentioned previously, my intention is for you not just to watch that training, but if you got something out of it, if you think this information is useful, I want you to continue that journey with us. And you can do that in a couple of ways. One, I want you to smash that subscribe button so that you get notified every single time we put another one of these out, which will be at minimum once to twice per week. The other thing I want you to do is go ahead and click that next video right there beside you so that you can dive in and get shit done. Hope to see you out there.